In this episode, I sit down with Lex and we talk about the difference between a cordless and corded blower, why we think a cleaning gun is an essential tool you need to have as a detailer, and then what we like and don't like from transitioning from mobile detailing to shop detailing. And if you are interested in starting your detailing business, click the link down below and download the ultimate guide to start your detailing business. There's over 10,000 words of pure, like that's basically a book, but it's a free guide that you can download, read, and implement in your business. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so welcome back to this new episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can tell we are actually now in the shop. I did over 175 episodes in the podcast room, which is great. Like, it was very easy to do, but I just feel like maybe let's try out a new environment here in the shop. The reason why I didn't do it is just because setting up the podcast was like a little nuanced, because there's quite a few things that you have to move. It's not a lot by any means, but it's just something I didn't want to deal with. But I was like, I already did 175 episodes in the podcast room. Let me switch it up and let me come to the shop and kind of do it here. Let's see if it kind of changes the vibe or just switches anything up. With me here today is Mr. Lex Diaz. It's been a while since he's been last on the episode on the podcast. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about a few things here. So first things first is the Ego blower versus the Big Boy blower. Now, I get asked a lot because they always see it in our videos and such. Now, for those that don't know, the Ego blower is cordless, so it runs off battery. And then the Big Boy blower is not battery powered, so you have to hook it up to power. Yeah. So I'm not too worried about that specific, like which machine is better, but more so, is it better to have a cordless blower or a corded blower for detailing? Let me hear your pros and cons on, or which one do you prefer and why, or why not the other one?
I think it highly depends on what you're doing, but preferably I'd say a cordless one, just because fighting the cord is already a issue as it is. Whether you're in a shop environment or if you're mobile, I mean, not having a cord is gonna be way better. Of course, you do gotta worry about having the batteries fully charged all the time. It shouldn't be an issue if you have more than one. Like with the Ego blower, the battery lasts a pretty long time, is very powerful. You could quickly switch it, for the other one. So I think having a cordless blower is probably more preferred.
Yeah, but unfortunately with that one, the battery part is a big deal. So like we had one crapped out, so now we only have one.
Yeah, we had two batteries. One of them stopped charging. Now we only have one, and even that one's going out now. So yeah, there's that problem.
Yeah, so the thing is, it's great if everything's working fine, but if a battery craps out or if it stops kind of working, like a battery alone might cost I think $150 just for the battery alone.
More than that, yeah.
Let's say $200 for just a battery. That's like almost the same price as the blower itself without the batteries. Yeah. So to me, like the blower is good for the longest it did work. So it's cool just to pick it up and just go and start using it, right?
Yeah.
But then the problem is you have to worry about the batteries and if one starts to mess up or something. So I'd say for a mobile, 100% you want to go cordless.
Yeah.
Like you want to be able just to pick up the tool and go use it. So mobile setting, I'd always go for a cordless blower for sure.
Yeah.
But now here at the shop, especially that we have the Big Boy blower next to us, I like it just because you don't have to worry about batteries.
Yeah.
Now there's still some
stays plugged in.
It stays plugged in. It's gonna keep on blowing. Pause. Like it's just stationary.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's a lot more powerful than the Ego blower in terms of like we can change out the nozzle, but we're not.
Yeah.
But with this one, you can get a lot more accurate. Like the blower is a lot wider. This one is a lot more accurate. So shop setting, I do actually prefer. I lean more towards the corded blower because it's more consistent. It's just there, stationary, ready to go. And with that extended hose, it reaches everywhere it needs to go. So in that regard, I do like it.
Oh yeah, we had to get that hose too, right?
Yeah. It is an extended hose. That way it does reach. I think it is actually. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we last purchased it. But even then, we still use both at all times. Like when we start blowing, like the person that gets the Big Boy blower, they'll do whatever, and then Lex or whoever else grabs the other blower will start just blowing whatever the other person isn't blowing, if that makes sense. So we still use both at all times, actually, for the most part.
Overkill.
Yeah. So, but I, for the most part, I think whenever someone grabs the blower, they'll blow out the detailed areas like the grill, the edges, the cracks and crannies, because it actually blows out the water. Whereas with the Eagle blower, it's more like just to push off the water off the
just
panels.
a general area. Yeah, big area.
Yeah, so in that regards, yeah. So mobile setting, I'd always recommend like a cordless just because it's so much more convenient. That being said, you still have to make sure you have enough batteries and that they're charged and and you need to have at least two, because if you only have one battery out in the field and it craps out, or you forget to charge it, or just whatever happens, you no longer have a blower, and then you have to resort to, hopefully, if you brought a backup of a corded blower. Yeah. But with us, now that we run nothing but DeWalt items, like for the cordless drill, the fan, the cordless vacuum. We have a lot of, and we have like 6 drills, cordless drills, which is like, we don't need that many.
Way too many.
We have 3, I think, cordless vacuums, or 2. I think we have 2. We have two. We have 2.
Yeah. We have cordless fans.
Cordless fans. So now we have enough DeWalt batteries to where, like, when we were mobile, it was not an issue. Like, we had plenty on standby. They were always charged.
You had like 8 of them in there.
Yeah. So because we were just kept on using DeWalt, we had enough batteries. But that is something you have to keep in mind, is that how much do you have enough batteries to last you the whole day? Because before, even by myself, before we had a lot of batteries, I would bring the battery charger with me. And I only had 2 batteries at the time. So when I would use a battery and it would die, I would plug in the battery charger to like the customer's home, and then I would take off the one I just used, put it to charge, use the other one, and hopefully I could last the entire detail with that one. Or if it died, I would then go grab the one I was charging, because at the time I was using the smaller batteries, right? So they don't give you as much of a charge. Now we have a mixture of the default ones that they come with, and then those bigger battery ones that last like way longer and are way more powerful. But again, like those batteries, they call, over time we purchase them, but they do get expensive. So shop based is corded that I prefer. Mobile, you have to go cordless, like absolutely have to. Anything else you wanted to add there?
No, I agree with your points.
Okay.
Although, I mean, if you are mobile and you do use the customer's power, it's not too bad to have a corded leaf blower as well. As long as you know you're okay with fighting the cord. Yeah, it's not bad.
Also,
I used to use a corded one. Until I got the cordless one, it was way better.
Yeah,
but
what's that purple one? It's a
purple leaf blower.
It's a Works. It was a Works blower.
It's orange.
Yeah.
That's the one I used to use.
But when I say the price difference is also very substantial.
Oh yeah.
Like for a corded one, I mean, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, it was like when I got it.
Well, there's
$60.
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of different options out there. Yeah. But like you could get just a even the Metro blower, which is like not the greatest, but like it's great. That's like $120. And it works and that has lasted forever. Like I remember the one that I had. I mean, I think I used it for like 4 years. And it just kept on working.
Yeah,
versus like again, any cordless blower that's like pretty strong. I mean, I mean, the battery alone is going to cost once or double the amount of just the corded small blower as well. So there's a lot of workarounds. There's a lot of options. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's so much easier to use corded. I mean, to use cordless versus corded. Next one here is we can talk about how do you feel about?
There was a cordless pressure washer.
Oh, there are.
Oh,
But
cordless.
Cordless. They have cordless ones.
Pressure washer.
Pressure washer. Yeah, I had a cordless pressure washer.
What?
Yeah, and now there's a lot more options on there. The at the time, this is like 6 years ago. It would be the one that I know is the Works pressure washer gun, the cordless one. That was one of the first ones where I was like, oh, you just draw water from whatever bucket of water. It was super weak, but that was cordless. Yeah, it ran. Yeah, that was cordless, which was a great option. It didn't work that well, but that one was great. And then the other one that was a cordless pressure washer at the time was the Sunjo. I forget the model number, but it was a Sunjo pressure washer. And
the yellow one,
green one, green. Yeah, like a highlighter green. But that one was also cordless. Yeah. I didn't end up purchasing it. I don't know why, but because I don't really use a pressure washer. Like I always use the garden hose from the customers.
Like it was battery powered.
Yeah, it was battery powered. Yeah. And the same thing. Yeah, it wasn't strong by any stretch of the imagination, but it was enough to just rinse the vehicle. And if you're doing rinseless most of the time, but you just need enough pressure to rinse like the wheels off, like not to like heavy, knocking off dirt and grime, but just to rinse off the wheel. That was like a really good option. So yeah, now like if detailers, I mean, you can go full cordless now as a mobile detailer. Granted, it's going to cost a lot because cordless.
Yeah.
But you could have a cordless vacuum. You could have a cordless pressure washer. You could have a cordless polisher. You could have a cordless drill. There's pros and cons to each one, right? Versus cost or power or consistency of power, right? Because as soon as you start using the cordless, the power starts to immediately drop just because the battery's running low. So depending what you're doing, how long you're staying out there, how long you need it, how many batteries you need, like you have to take that all into account. But you could go pretty cordless as a mobile detailer now, which is pretty cool. So next point here, which this one you can't have cordless actually, is the cleaning gun. So kind of, do you remember the first time you used your a cleaning gun?
Any cleaning gun?
Yeah, for the most part.
It was a game changer. Yeah.
Was that far before we joined?
Yeah. I mean, I've always used a cleaning gun, always since I started detailing. Yeah, I've always had an air compressor. I've always that was like a main thing you had to have when you detail.
So you've always had one.
Always,
since since you started detailing.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
I've never not detailed without one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was late to the game on that one. Because I think did you introduce me into it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if I introduced you to it, but I didn't even
carry an air compressor. And
I'm sure you knew about it.
Yeah, for sure I did. I think you told me, but I think I bought the Tornador gun, right? And you're like, oh, this is a nice one. Or did you always have it?
I had one. I had a Tornador.
Okay, then never mind. Yeah, never mind. Oh yeah. Well, that one. Okay, so I guess you don't really. Yeah, because you've always used it then.
I've always used it.
Yeah. So I
scramble when I don't have one.
Yeah. Well, now it is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like that's one tool that most detailers just have to have in their arsenal is
some type of air tool.
A cleaning gun. Yeah. Or true. A cleaning gun does help though.
Cleaning gun. Yeah.
Even if you're running it on a small Craftsman pancake air compressor, which it's gonna be so not ideal. It's gonna turn on every 10 seconds.
Yeah. It's not gonna last too long.
You won't last too much when you're pulling the trigger. It's like it's not ideal, but it's way better to have that setup than no cleaning gun.
The trick to that is using it in a short burst.
Yeah.
Just go instead of holding it.
Yeah. So if you don't have a cleaning gun, that's something that because you can use it on obviously interiors for every kind of interior, whether it's leather, you can still blow out the cracks and crevices, to blow out and the vacuuming phase, to blow out the liquid from the cracks and crevices. You could use it for cleaning pads. That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
Like on the fly or whenever actually, but on the fly, cleaning them out while you're polishing. I mean, and if you wanted to, you could switch out the attachment to use it on the exterior to blow out again the cracks, crevices.
Yeah.
So it's very versatile. It is very versatile. The biggest difference I've seen once we started using a cleaning gun is our steamer usage dramatically cut down.
Oh yeah, we rarely use a steamer.
Yeah, like nowadays we do not use the steamer
unless it's something that is sticky. Yeah, if it's pretty much sticky or gum.
Yeah,
sticky.
Even the gum part on the carpet, you can like if you have the bone spatula,
you can cleaning gun.
There's been plenty of times where I've removed something sticky on carpeting with just a bone. What's it called the bone
spatula,
and then air, and it got rid of it.
True. Yeah.
So more sticky of like on, but
like syrup.
You are correct though. Yeah, we use it for sticky surfaces.
Yeah, like syrup in the cup holder.
Yeah,
or something.
And it's typically like on the cup holder. Like aside from that, we don't really use a steamer anymore because everything that a steamer would do, we can do that much quicker with the cleaning gun,
dry scraping and cleaning gun.
And we don't have to spend the time like waiting 15 minutes for the steamer to heat up and then using it and moving it around. Like this is the air compressor, the cleaning gun. We just move so much faster with the cleaning gun. So, I mean, now we'll probably use the steamer a lot more just for tint.
True.
But I mean,
and I use a steamer for the headliner.
Oh, factual.
That for the headliner.
Yeah, for sure.
Works like just heat up the towel.
Yeah, in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we still definitely use the steamer, just not to as much as we used to. Like maybe 3 years ago, 3 years ago, like,
it would always be on.
The steam, like, hey, like before we we would like turn on the steamer before we even started detailing because we know we're gonna use it. But then after a while, just little by little, we're like, yeah, no, we can do most of this without the steamer. We can just use the cleaning gun now.
Yeah.
Still good to have because there are obviously times. But that's also coming from us that we also have an extractor, so we don't use a steamer to do any kind of carpet cleaning anymore. Yeah. We have an Overkill PE 500, which is like $3,000. We have a HB6. We have two HB60 spiders. All three of them are heated. So we don't use a steamer to do any kind of cleaning, even if it's
for
a
fabric.
Small, Yeah, actually, we don't use it at all, other than just to, like you said, like the headliner. But we don't agitate with the steamer.
No, it's just heating up the towel. Just kind of break the dirt off. It just comes off easier. That's it. Anytime you apply heat to fabric, it lets go of the stain, the dirt easier. But that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
the
yeah.
extractor's heated, so you got the heat element there. On the headliner, you depending on what you have, you might not be able to extract the headliner, which is why you use the steamer for some heat. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, also when it comes to using the steamer, and people are like steaming plastics from afar and such.
But it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like, so that's how we
Yeah.
don't. That's why you never see us use a steamer
Yeah.
on anything. If you're just holding the steamer back and like, yeah, like it does nothing. Like
It's a waste of time.
it's like
Yeah.
you're not sanitizing anything by
You're sanitizing.
misting
Yeah.
the lukewarm steam that comes
Yeah.
out of that thing, right? Like you're not sanitizing.
You can do
anything.
that to your hand. It's not
yeah,
that
like
hot.
you're not
Yeah,
sanitizing anything. And if you're blowing dust, it's like, well, use a cleaning gun at that point, or just wipe it down. Like
Yeah, you're sanitizing enough already with just regular cleaning APC and wiping it down. That's already sanitizing. Sanitizing doesn't mean disinfecting.
yeah, like you're not like
Yeah.
like when you go to a dental office and they're cleaning their equipment and such, their tools. And they put it in that thing, like, yeah, that's an actual, like,
Disinfecting.
yeah,
right?
disinfectant,
Yeah.
because the way it's heating up and cleaning it, like, there you're actually like, yes,
Yeah.
the little steamer we're using that you're using far away, it does nothing. Like
Nothing.
that's why we do not use a steamer like
Just
that.
getting the panel wet.
Yeah, even then, like maybe,
Maybe.
maybe. And we don't have the strongest steamer. We have the Aqua Pro,
Yeah.
Aqua Pro steamer,
We used to have the
VX. Oh,
we gotta go.
RIP. Not RIP. I'm sorry. No, not RIP.
There's just
Yeah,
danger.
yeah.
Oh god. I hate seeing those.
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy.
It just
Actually,
reminds
dude.
me of
it's
my kid,
actually
and I'm like,
it's actually crazy. Unfortunately we get a lot of child abduction messages on our phones.
It's a lot. Actually,
Because
it's a lot.
Houston is the number one trafficking place in America.
Is it number one?
Yeah, we're number one. And it is crazy. Like the amount of text messages you get.
Yeah, I hate
The
seeing
amount of text
those.
messages you see from like a child abduction, 3-year-old in Lufkin,
Yeah.
Texas, last seen with whatever. It's like it's crazy how many messages we get. It's pretty scary. Actually, it's not pretty scary.
No,
it
is.
is scary. It
is.
is scary. So with the steamer and like the Aqua Pro steamer, not the strongest, but it does a great job. It's a great steamer for what it is. Like it's a fantastic steamer. Like we do enjoy that steamer a lot.
I'd recommend that one to anybody.
Yeah.
Starting
if you're at the budget, yeah, if
detailers
you're at the
and
budget.
even already established,
Yeah.
well-established detailers, I recommend
For
that
sure,
one.
because it is 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not the most, but like there are more budget-friendly steamers out there.
There is.
But like I said, like with all that being said, like now I would say a cleaning gun is more important to have versus a steamer, just because the versatility of the steamer, versus just the versatility of the cleaning gun.
Yeah.
Versus the steamer, that just it has less use cases across the interior and especially not the exterior.
Yeah.
But the price point is pretty different. Like, because you can get the McCulloch 1385, I think, for like $200 or something.
Is it? I mean, you
I
could
think
get, you
so.
could get a whole
But the
cleaning
Aqua
gun
Pro
setup, too.
steamer, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah,
steamer versus
yeah.
the cleaning gun.
Oh, okay.
The Aqua Pro steamer is like 500.
Is
I
it?
Think.
Oh.
I think so. Versus the cleaning gun, I mean. Remember we bought the cheap one time on Amazon
Yeah.
or whatever? That was
Oh,
like
yeah,
so
yeah,
bad.
yeah, the little one?
That thing, yeah. So I'll say don't buy like the super cheap one. But I think like $50 for the
But
cleaning.
even that one's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Not the best, but
I think it's like $50, $60 for the
Yeah.
cleaning gun plus air hose reel. Not even the reel, just air hose
hose.
is like I don't know.
I don't think another 60, 80. Yeah.
Okay, call it 60.
Yeah.
And
120.
then the pancake compressor, which I don't know either, but
I don't know, probably 80,
I don't know, maybe
100.
like 300. I don't know. I haven't seen those prices in a while.
We're at 220.
But yeah, like the cleaning gun, in my opinion, is far more versatile and can get you a lot more for a cheaper price of a good steamer. But if you could have both, that's also very helpful too.
Of course.
Okay, so that's good. Another question here that we can move over is how have you felt from going? We have like 9 minutes left. How do you feel going from mobile to shop now? Now we have sold the van. It's been like 2 months. Basically like 2 months now. How do you feel?
Just staying out of the sun.
Well, we still are mobile. Actually, we still do have mobile availability. We still are mobile. Just we're not a primarily mobile detailing business anymore.
Yeah.
And good thing, like I remember when I was creating the business and the URL and everything, I remember telling myself like, well, I don't want to put R3 mobile detailing because I don't want to put like mobile detailing in the URL because I don't want, because I was like, what if I'm at some point not mobile anymore? I don't want the URL to always say mobile detailing, right? That's why we didn't put mobile detailing in. Well, I didn't put mobile detailing.
You knew this was coming.
Yeah. I was 12 years ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? So we're even on the website. I started to put like we have very limited mobile availability. Yeah. So we are still mobile detailers, just at a very limited capacity. But break it down. How do you?
I mean, just staying out of the sun is such a better feeling, man. Just waking up knowing I'm not gonna be out burning my skin off all day. I just like that an aspect. Also the restroom. I mean, yeah, you can always at the shop, go to the restroom whenever you like, not have to hold anything till you get home. So those two things are the big ones for me.
Yeah, and what's funny is that like with mobile detailing, it's like we would drive to the shop to get in the van.
Oh yeah, here
to drive to the next location. So it was always like a double step of like,
Yeah.
Because obviously when we didn't have the shop and you had the mobile van at the house, you could just go straight from the house. We'd go straight from the house to whatever location and drive right back to our location.
Yep.
But obviously with a shop now, with a van, with a team, like you can't just, I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to set it up like that, but just we didn't do that.
Yeah.
And because we had jobs at the shop as well, and sometimes we'd be at the shop, sometimes we wouldn't. So it also it makes life a lot easier to where you're just doing way less driving, because like sometimes we
Travel
drive
time.
Less travel, because we drive 30 minutes from our house to the shop, and then if you're out in Katy, you're like, okay, let's leave 45 minutes beforehand, and then you're there, and then if you have a few other locations, then you hit traffic back at 5:30. It's another 40 minutes back. You still got to do phone calls and emails and try to work out and prep the van, and yeah, so it
takes up a lot of more time.
It takes up a lot more time.
You can fit more work at the shop because you're just staying here. Cars are going to you.
Yeah.
You could do a lot more work.
Yeah, and
stationary.
And what's crazy too is that like we're also able to book in way more jobs, because like there's been a lot of times where we were mobile. My phone's not falling. There's a lot of times when we were mobile detailing, and because now we get walk-ins, right? Like people just randomly walk in, like, hey, I'm looking for a detail, looking for a quote, whatever. I mean, how many times have we missed a quote or a job because we weren't here?
Makes
right?
me wonder how many times people have tried to come here.
Yeah, like physically come here, right? Because I mean, even on when was it? Last weekend on Saturday?
Oh, last Saturday the ceramic coating.
Back to back, yeah. By the way, we were all trashed that Saturday.
Yeah.
Like wasted. But that Saturday, yeah, we booked in a ceramic coating, and yeah, it was just a walk-in.
He just walked in.
But I'm saying
didn't call, no email, nothing. Just a random walk-in, said, hey, I want my car coated. Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
And we booked it in right there.
That's it.
And then, but even this last Saturday, even a smaller job, the truck, the full interior cleaning. Remember the truck? The guy walked in with the glasses, the colored glasses, curly hair, spoke kind of Spanish. Remember? Yeah,
on truck was it?
On a truck. I think it was a Tundra or a Silverado. We booked it in for March 16th.
Oh, for March 16th. Yeah. I remember.
But like those are just walk-ins. Like they literally just walk in and say, hey, like I want to get I'd like to get I would like to book an appointment. So also not going mobile allows us to take more advantage of these situations too, where people literally just like walk in, handing you over their money. And way easier to deal with calls and emails. Like,
because like anytime here, I could just go to my office and call somebody. Call somebody right back. We're mobile. We're in shambles. We're trying to get out of there, get the job done. Don't get to the calls till you get back to the shop.
Yeah, and that could be so late, like 5 o'clock, 5:15, 5:30, and you're like,
and I would even argue that you lose a lot more customers that way.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
They're calling, you don't answer, they're gonna call someone else.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely, yeah. Because then, I mean, depending how many calls you get, might take like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, depending how many calls and how long the conversation take. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, if we got back at 5:15, let me use the restroom, unload, let me just kind of breathe a little bit. Okay, get on the calls. Okay, after the calls, let me confirm that Angel prepped the van, and okay, I still got to work out. Okay, so I start at 6. It's like it's so much more to navigate and to like do properly to make sure you're hitting the nail on the head with everything. So now without being primarily mobile, we're still mobile. We're just without being primarily mobile. Oh yeah, like we can get here 8:30. The cars come here. The cars can get stacked up.
Yeah, we can stack cars. Yeah, people can drop it off, leave it here overnight or 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
We'll work on it when we can. We have 2-3 cars in the shop.
So in every regard, like it's so much easier to run the business out of the shop versus mobile. For sure, without a doubt, like it just in every way. But again, like I said, like the only thing I don't like, the thing that like has taken away the most, is the going out somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
and everything is, there's nothing to complain about. Well, aside from the price too. Like, you know, you got to pay for the shop, for the bills, for the.
True.
I mean, to outfit the entire shop. I mean, we could have probably bought like another van already. I'm saying.
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
have
saying.
like 2-3 mobile vans in here.
Yeah. So this is like we have like 2-3 mobile vans in here, because it's just like you get more space. You need to fill it out. You need to deck it out and get stuff. And every single little thing that you see in the shop, every single thing, every little nuance, like you have to pay for it, right? Like everything, as far as like whether you want to hang something up or make something look pretty, or paint the walls or put the floor mat or tint the glass or upgrade the lights or whatever. Like anything you do is at the cost of you. So it's like it's also expensive. But the thing I miss most is just going out, like driving somewhere, feeling the sun. When it's a nice day outside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Mobile detailing is the best. When it's not too hot, it's a little windy, you're under shade, you're at a house that has plenty of room where you like it. Those are like the best mobile. It doesn't happen too often, but those are the
Not
best
here.
mobile days. Yeah, not here.
Not here.
But those are the best mobile days where like I really miss, and like the shop just cannot to any degree match that level of environment or vibe, is when you're going out like that. But again, the restroom, traffic, time, going out, like all that is still not fun at all to do as mobile detailing. But again, like I did it. I'm still doing it. For 12 years now, I've been mobile detailing. So I've seen every situation, example, problem, thing, mobile detailing. So, I've had my fair share.
You go around town, you see the city getting built.
Yeah, it is tight. Yeah. Like it's always cool
Yeah.
when you have a mobile detail job scheduled, and then like let's say it's 35 minutes, it's a nice day, and like you're just vibing, driving down, going, and you're just chilling. Oh, it's such a good day, and then you get there and you're like, oh, I gotta work now. You're like, like it was such a nice
the sun.
And I'd also say some of the best moments of driving. I enjoy driving. Well, I think it's just chill, right? Not always, but yeah. But one of the best feelings after a long mobile job,
Coming back.
one of the best moments from mobile detailing is the drive back.
Yeah.
Like when it was a long day, it was a 12-hour day, it was a correction coating interior job, and you're tired, you had a very simple lunch because you wanted to get back on the job, and then let's say it's 30 minutes to drive back home, and it's kind of like, say like 8 o'clock already, it's nighttime, there's no traffic, the weather's nice, and you're just like, oh, like, you really earned that day. You're just driving back. And you're like, ooh, like that was such a good, like, man, like that was a good one. Obviously, while you're detailing, you're like, oh, this sucks so much. Like, I want to go home.
While
Like,
you're
it's so
detailing,
long.
you want
Like,
to go home.
I want to go home. So I'm so hungry. I want to go use the restroom. But when you're driving, like when I'm driving back, I'm like, oh man, like that, like, and you're just chilling, like, oh, okay. And then you get back home and you're like, okay, prep the van, do the car, get everything ready, let's go. Okay, like so yeah, it's
Do it all over again.
But okay, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode right there. Lex, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
We will talk to everyone on the next one. Bye bye.